think when you go to any leadership conference, sometimes you're expecting it to be a sit and listen and giving you, these are the things you need to do to become a better leader. The difference with True Growth was that they wanted you to really find out more about yourself as a leader and build on those qualities. Instead of telling you how to become a better leader, they wanted you to become a better leader through what you were already given.
Being at True Growth, for many people, it's kind of about figuring out how to be an authentic leader. I already had a lot of leadership experience in the Army, so I had already checked that block, but what it did for me was it helped me realize that the people who were in the Army that I looked up to, which were those who were teaching the authentic program at True Growth, had actually suffered a lot of situations and challenges in their life like I did. And so hearing their stories actually helped me get through a very difficult time.
True Growth for me, when I was asked to attend, I had kind of an idea of what the program was like. It had a 360-degree feedback from your team and from your supervisors and from peers and coworkers. And also they said that they would, hook you up with a life coach. So going into it, I thought that it was going to be more professional development, and it ended up being total personal development, which was really kind of surprising because as far as professional development and just being in human resources, you're always taught to, keep personal and professional separate.
My experience was life-changing. It was, some of the stuff I learned there, I thought I knew and realized I didn't know, and picked up many great tools and that I can use and have been using to not only be a better leader, but also a better husband, father, and person.
I attended the True Growth leadership course in Gettysburg back in 2017. I was very honored to be selected to attend, to go. Once I did a little research on the instructors and the facilitators and the coaches, I got a little intimidated because of just reading through their bios. But when I got there and from the initial gathering, I felt completely at ease. I quickly realized that all the leaders there, they just absolutely loved what they were doing, and I learned that they were there to prepare us and equip us and lead us into learning more about ourselves.
I was able to really look at what my objectives were, not only as a leader in a business situation, but also in a family and in a personal situation. So one of my favorite activities was we had these cards that were like basically attribute cards, and there were, I think, 40 or somewhere around that number, and then you had to narrow it down to 5. And then you were able to take those 5 and build your personal statement from that. And so I was able to, really look at my life, see what I wanted to accomplish, and know that, my integrity is important. That was a word that I kept. Balance, because I think it's important to have balance between family, career, spiritual, the spiritual side of your life. And so to be able to balance all of that and really do the best you can, but then to also mirror those in my work life.
The experience of True Growth was very self-illuminating. It would allow me to kind of shed this coat of armor that I've been walking around with, and really allow me to kind of have some introspective into my life and where I was going with my life. The loss of my brother and father really hit me hard. It made me realize that I was human, that I was no longer Superman like I thought I was in the Army. And it helped me put things in perspective. It allowed me to really drill down to my core values in my life. I remember we used a deck of cards, and it must have had 50 or 70 values listed. And we had to determine our top 5. And going through all these cards, I determined my number 1 value was faith.
I think that is the entire point of why True Growth is really unique, because they break that entire experience down into these activities of taking something that's a really broad, intimidating concept, because you really, in order to get the most out of True Growth, it's the best if you allow yourself to be vulnerable and to open up and to share in front of these perfect strangers. So I think honestly, I think that's what makes True Growth such a special experience, because all of the activities that they give you take, breaking down this giant, broad topic into small, actionable items that get you to a point where you can open up and share.
About myself, I learned some leadership, techniques and stuff. But what I really took away, and it kind of made that life changing, is the stuff I learned about me as a person and as a father and as a husband, that I have really used and tried. That family is important, and not only being a leader, you have to lead your organization and the people, but you also have to be a leader of your family. And if you can't be that leader, it's hard to be a leader of an organization.
Probably my favorite exercise that we did is we drilled down all of our personal values, and we came up with a one-sentence core purpose. And I have that core purpose on my desk today, and I refer to it quite a bit, and it just helps me to remember what my values are and to stay true to those values. And I certainly am just incredibly thankful for the opportunity to experience true growth.
It's about growing and learning from what people around you see.
I'd recommend True Growth to anybody. Interestingly for me, I had already known for several years many of the people who run True Growth.
I think that it is so important for people to share their personal experiences, and a lot of times people just don't feel comfortable. So True Growth kind of helps you navigate reading people and where people feel comfortable going and where they want to stop.
100%, no doubt you need to go, take advantage of it. You'll remember it for a lifetime. Some of the things we went through and got to experience, I'll take with me forever.
I'm just incredibly thankful that I got the opportunity to go. Again, it was such an honor to be selected, and the experience was just incredible, and one that I will forever be grateful for.